Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm gonna show you how to sharpen a wood drill bit. This is a particularly cheap and crappy one I got on like a 30 euro drill. And this is the perfect candidate to show you how these are constructed and how you can resharpen them. Especially since larger ones can get quite expensive, so it does make sense to resharpen them. Now this is very badly made, but just to show you how they are constructed. On this cutting edge you can see we have the first cutting edge, this is the second one. It spins clockwise, and so you know that makes sense. But you can also see how this is tapered upward. On some larger drill bits you will see a very large protrusion on the side, which is used to score the outside of the circumference of the hole you're drilling. On the smaller ones it is made like this, where it kind of tapers upward. Not only tapers backwards to make sure that this is the outmost surface, it also tapers upwards in this direction, so that again this does kind of the same thing. It's scoring the circumference of whatever you are drilling. And that's also what makes sharpening very complicated. Now you can see on this one this is pretty flat, so we're going to need to grind this in. I'm going to use two tools for this. A coarse DMT sharpener, it's just a flat diamond stone. Then I'm using this foldable DMT kind of auger, which is used to grind in this bit to kind of get this taper in. If you look at it very closely, this is how they also made it. On this side it did work. So you can see this is basically sharpened like with a chainsaw file, or with this diamond tool, and then it tapers upward, and we are going to try and replicate this on this side. So ideally you would use a vise with proper vise jaws, but I don't have that. So I'm going to brace myself against the table like this, and then try to sharpen this. At first I'm going to use the small round sharpener to kind of get this outwards taper in, and I'm also using this kind of tilted back so that I'm following this surface. So we're going to sharpen, two birds with one stone kind of thing. When you're sharpening, depending on your particular drill, make sure you're not going too far, because then it's getting too big. So I'm kind of staying at the front part of this one. After a few passes, let's have a look at how this kind of looks. It is starting to look like the other side. You can definitely see it is getting round, and we are starting to get a taper. You can see basically it is like a cut that we made in here that goes deeper. Now I'm going to take the sharpener. It looks quite good. I'm going to use it further back to can see how far we can pull this outward, and then for the last bit I'm going to see if I can finish off the geometry with my flat stone here. After a few more passes it is starting to look better. This is the original side, this is our repaired side, and now I'm gonna try and use my flat stone and kinda get in the same angle as on the proper side. We're just having a bit of trouble with the tip, where this has quite a nice tip, but on here it is kind of broken. So we kind of need to focus on that and work us further back, and then also pull this side further back. It is getting a bit of a process, definitely, but I'm gonna continue trying, and I'm gonna see how it will work out. After a lot of finagling, this is our result. This was the stock side, the one where it was properly sharpened, and this is now our side. You can see we have a taper again, which is good. It is not completely flat anymore. In this dimension it's also properly sharpened. I gotta work a bit on the tip here, but other than that it looks quite good. The edge does not go quite until the very outside. You can see it is kind of bent in there because it was quite badly damaged on the circumference. But I think I'm just gonna drill a hole and then see how it's doing, how the dimensions are. 8 millimeters is what it should be. So let's try it. That's the hole we just drilled. The entry side looks very nice, so that means the geometry must be on spot, because it is in fact scoring it on the outside first, leaving to, a nice hole. Exit hole is, as expected. Dimensions also look quite okay. If I take my measuring thing here, it's about 8 millimeters, a bit oversized, but that's normal. It's not really over. It is pretty round, so I would say that is a success. Again, quite a weird project, but I think that stuff is always interesting to see how these cutting tools are constructed, how their geometry works, understanding them. So yeah, if you can understand it, then you can sharpen it. That's it. It would just take some time, but it did work out in the end. That was it for this video. I hope you liked it, I hope you learned something. If you did, then consider subscribing and giving the video a like, and then I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.